Have you noticed that your legs don't feel quite as steady or strong as they once did? Maybe standing up from a chair takes a little more effort than it used to. Or climbing the stairs feels like you're lifting something heavy with every step. Even walking across the room might feel just a bit more wobbly, even though your mind feels clear and your heart is still strong. If that sounds familiar, please know this: you are not alone. And more importantly, you're not powerless. There's a gentle, natural way to help your legs feel stronger, lighter, and more stable again. No intense exercises, no expensive therapies, just a few simple nutrients that your body may be quietly craving. In today's video, we're going to talk about 3 powerful vitamins that can make a remarkable difference in your leg strength, and often in just a matter of days. These aren't fads. They're real time-tested nutrients that have helped thousands of seniors just like you regain strength, confidence, and balance without changing their entire lifestyle. So, if you're over 60, this message is especially for you. Stay with me to the very end, because I'll not only reveal the 3 key vitamins, but I'll also show you exactly how to take them, what foods to pair them with, and one surprising tip that most people miss. Let's begin this gentle journey towards stronger legs and a steadier you. But before we get into the first vitamin, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss a helpful tip. And while you're here, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. It's always a joy to see our wonderful community from all over the world. Let's gently begin with the very first vitamin. And in many ways, it may just be the most important one of all. It's called vitamin D3. And if you're over 60, this quiet little nutrient could be doing far more for your legs than you might ever imagine. Think of vitamin D3 as a kind of master key that quietly unlocks strength and coordination in your body. It's involved in helping your bones stay strong, your muscles move properly, and your nerves communicate smoothly with every part of you, especially your legs. But here's something many people don't realize until the signs start to show. As we get older, particularly after 60, our bodies naturally begin to make less vitamin D3. It's not your fault, it's just part of how we age. Your skin doesn't convert sunlight into vitamin D3 as efficiently as it used to. You may find yourself spending more time indoors than in your earlier years. And even when you do get some sunshine, your liver and kidneys may not activate vitamin D3 as easily as before. And so, without even realizing it, your body might begin running low. Not in a dramatic or sudden way, but in small, subtle ways that can creep up slowly. You might start to notice your legs don't feel quite as steady as they once did. Standing up from a chair might take a little extra effort. Maybe you feel a bit wobbly when walking, even though your heart and mind feel just fine. Or perhaps you've had nighttime leg cramps that seem to strike out of nowhere, especially in your calves or heels. You might even have experienced a few small stumbles or near falls, things you brush off but still wonder about later. These small warning signs often point to something deeper. Your body may be asking for more vitamin D3. In fact, researchers at Harvard University discovered something truly eye-opening. Older adults with low vitamin D levels were about 40% more likely to experience falls or need hospital care. That's a significant difference, and it speaks to how powerful and protective vitamin D3 can be, especially for seniors. But here's the encouraging part. When your body receives the right amount of vitamin D3, the benefits often show up surprisingly quickly. There was a fascinating study done in the UK where seniors were given a simple daily dose of vitamin D3. Just 800 international units, which is quite modest. Within just 5 days, participants showed nearly a 20% increase in leg strength. Imagine that, a nearly 1/5 improvement in just under a week. That's not just impressive, it's life-changing. So how does it work? When vitamin D3 enters your body in the right amount, it helps you absorb calcium, which keeps your bones dense, strong, and capable of supporting your muscles. It also helps regulate how your muscles contract and release, allowing for smoother, more coordinated movements. And importantly, it calms down inflammation, which can cause tightness, discomfort, or that heavy legs feeling many people describe. But perhaps one of the most beautiful things vitamin D3 does is support your neuromuscular system, meaning the connection between your brain and your muscles. That connection is what helps you stay steady when you step off a curb, what keeps you upright if you lose your balance, and what allows you to walk with confidence, even on uneven ground. So now let's gently talk about how to take it, and how to do it in a way that gives your body the best chance to absorb and use it properly. For most people over 60, somewhere between 800 and 2,000 international units of vitamin D3 each day is considered both safe and effective. But it's not just about the amount, it's about how you take it. Because vitamin D3 is a fat-soluble vitamin, your body needs a little bit of healthy fat alongside it to help it absorb. That means it's best to take your D3 with a meal. Something like a breakfast that includes eggs or maybe a slice of avocado on toast or a small serving of full-fat yogurt. Even a drizzle of olive oil on your vegetables at lunch can help. The key is, don't take it on an empty stomach. Your body simply won't be able to absorb it as well. And there's one more soft but helpful tip. Try to take your vitamin D3 earlier in the day, preferably in the morning. Some people find that taking it too late, especially in the evening, can interfere with sleep, since vitamin D plays a subtle role in your body's wakefulness and energy regulation. So to bring it all together gently, if you've been noticing your legs don't feel as strong, if stairs feel steeper, if getting up from the sofa takes more effort than it used to, or if you're simply looking for a natural, simple way to feel more steady, secure, and confident on your feet, vitamin D3 is a gentle yet powerful place to start. It's not a miracle pill, but for many people it can feel pretty close. Because when you give your body something it's been quietly missing, the results can feel like a breath of fresh air. And the best part, it's easy, affordable, and safe for most people. No intense workouts, no difficult routines, just a few seconds each day, and your legs will thank you. If you're finding this helpful so far, let me know by leaving a quick comment. Just say hello and share where you're watching from. And don't forget to subscribe if you'd like more videos like this, made especially for seniors and caregivers. I'm so glad you're here with me today. Let's gently shift our attention to a second vitamin, one that's often completely overlooked, yet absolutely essential if you want your legs to feel stable, coordinated, and energized. This one might surprise you because most people don't associate it with leg health at all. But once you understand its role, it becomes clear just how powerful it is. Especially I'm talking about vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is like a communication specialist in your body. While it might not directly build muscle or strengthen bones, it plays a much more subtle, yet equally important role. It supports the electrical wiring that runs between your brain and your muscles. Think of it like the cables that connect your television to the satellite dish. Without those cables, nothing works smoothly, no matter how strong the signal is. When your body doesn't have enough B12, those lines of communication can get fuzzy. That's when strange things begin to happen. You might notice a tingling sensation in your feet or toes, or maybe parts of your legs feel like they're falling asleep even when you've been active. Some people describe it as a disconnected feeling, like their legs aren't quite responding the way they used to. Even something as simple as walking in a straight line can become tricky. You may feel off balance on perfectly flat ground or find yourself drifting a bit to one side. And perhaps the most frustrating part, you could be doing everything right, eating well, staying active, and still feel fatigue in your legs after just a short walk. These are all signs that the connection between your brain and your body, particularly your legs, isn't as strong as it should be. And in many older adults, a deficiency in vitamin B12 is the root cause. Now after the age of 60, our stomach naturally produces less stomach acid. This acid is important because it helps us break down the food we eat and extract nutrients from it, including vitamin B12. So even if you're eating foods that contain B12 like eggs, meat, or dairy, your body might not be able to absorb and use it efficiently. And if you happen to take certain medications like acid blockers for heartburn or metformin for diabetes, this absorption problem can become even more pronounced. These medications, while helpful in many ways, can make it even harder for your body to access the B12 hidden in your food. So what happens when B12 levels drop too low? The nervous system, particularly the long nerve pathways that run down your spine and into your legs, begins to suffer. The signals that tell your muscles when and how to move start to misfire. That's when you may feel off balance, unsteady, or like your body isn't quite responding the way your mind expects it to. But here's the wonderful news. B12 deficiency is often easy to correct, and when you do, the results can be truly life-changing. In several clinical studies, older adults who were given daily B12 supplements noticed significant improvements in their balance, coordination, and walking speed, sometimes within just a few weeks. The tingling, the numbness, the legs falling asleep sensation, All of these began to fade as their nervous systems began to heal and reconnect. And here's what's really encouraging. Vitamin B12 is completely water-soluble, which means your body takes what it needs and naturally flushes out the rest. It's gentle, it's safe, and it's well tolerated by most people. Experts typically recommend a daily dose of anywhere between 500 to 1,000 micrograms. But here's something important. Make sure you're getting the right form. Look for methylcobalamin. That's the active bioavailable version of B12 that your body can absorb and use right away. It often comes in forms that are especially easy for seniors to take, like sublingual tablets, those that dissolve under your tongue, chewables, or even sprays. These options bypass the digestive system and go straight